Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. It's a long title. The Resurrection of Hammer Films, and Saw the Musical, all on this Friday edition of
Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome to Septober. Yes, the chill of September is in the air and the thrill of Halloween is everywhere. My name is Clint and I am one half of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which brings you a featured news, reviews, interviews, and entertainment show every other week, on top of 14 other individual news subcasts throughout the month. Stick around to the end of today's Horror News Blitz Roundup to find out what the next feature episode that releases this coming Sunday holds for you. As for today, it is Friday, September 1st, and this just in. All reports today come from BloodyDisgusting.com, and first up is news on the upcoming release of Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. Bloody Disgusting and Screambox are bringing two horror movies to theaters on the road to Halloween, kicking off with the werewolf comedy Shaky Shivers on September 21st. And then there's Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls, a practical effects heavy horror movie that just debuted its official trailer on MovieWeb.com this week. Bloody Disgusting is serving up a retro VHS trailer for Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls, which channels the throwback vibes of this gateway horror delight. The buzzed-about horror comedy will be released exclusively in theaters for a one-night event on October 19th via Fathom Events. The film will show at 7 and 10 in theaters throughout the country, and fans will be treated to a special introduction from writer, director, star Andrew Bowser ahead of the film. Based on Bowser's viral internet character of the same name, Onyx tells the story of an amateur occultist who learns that sometimes when you raise hell, you get a little burned. In the film, Onyx is struggling to find purpose with his soul-devouring side gig when he receives a coveted invitation to the mansion of his idol, Bartok the Great. Here he joins Bartok and his mysterious delegation to raise the spirit of an ancient demon for a once-in-a-lifetime ritual. I will share a link to this Bloody Disgusting article, which includes the retro-style VHS trailer starring Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, and more, on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page. For a complete list of theater locations to view the film on October 19th, visit fathomevents.com. Second story of the day is of a second coming, as Hammer Films is returning to life with a new owner and a new slate of movies. You can't talk about the history of horror without talking about Hammer horror. Hammer Film Productions has released countless classics over the years, including their own takes on iconic monsters such as Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Mummy, and their movies solidifying the likes of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing as true icons in the horror genre. Variety reports that British theater producer John Gore has acquired Hammer Films and Studios, and he'll lead a new team aiming to revitalize the legendary brand. Under Gore's management, the plan is to invest significantly in Hammer Films to breathe new life into the studio, blending the nostalgic charm of Hammer with modern cinematic style and innovation, while preserving its heritage and library. A new slate of films and projects will be unveiled imminently. New owner John Gore said in a statement, quote, "Ever since I was a young boy, I've been enchanted by the magic of Hammer Films. Its stories, its characters, and its unique place in British heritage and cinema have been a source of inspiration and wonder. Today, as I stand at the helm of this iconic studio, my commitment is twofold: to celebrate and preserve the unmatched legacy of Hammer, and to usher in a new era of storytelling that captivates audiences worldwide. With significant investment and a fresh creative vision, we will ensure that the spirit of Hammer not only endures, but thrives in the modern age." Now might be the perfect time to remind you to check out the latest feature episode of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, where we discuss the Hammer House of Horror television series wherever you get your podcasts. Continuing the plugs, it is time to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last Story of the Day reports that an unauthorized parody is coming to New York this Halloween. After a wildly successful run in Philadelphia, Cooper Jordan Entertainment will bring Saw the Musical, the unauthorized parody of Saw, off-Broadway this fall. With performances beginning on September 16th in advance of its opening on Sunday, October 1st, the limited run is slated to run through January 1st of 2024 at the AMT Theater at 345 West 45th Street in Midtown's Theater District. Created by Cooper Jordan from Dex, A Killer Musical, and The Rat Pack Undead, Saw the Musical has a book by award-winning writer Zoe Ann Jordan and music and lyrics by Patrick Spencer and Anthony DeAngelis, and is directed by Tony Award winner Stephanie Rosenberg. Saw the Musical hilariously captures the events of the first movie, parodying the Saw that started it all, following from where Lawrence Gordon and Adam Stanheight find each other for the first time in the bathroom trap. Will they follow the rules as they discover each other's secrets? Will they escape the game in time and saw right through? A love story with fluidity and lots more fluids, Saw the Musical is Little Shop of Horrors meets Avenue Q, pushing the boundary on sexuality and how to love. Creator and producer Cooper Jordan said, quote, Saw the Musical, the unauthorized parody of Saw, brings the iconic horror film to life on stage with a wickedly funny twist. Now is the perfect time to laugh at the macabre as we blend horror and hair-raising laughter, creating a unique musical experience that's both hilarious and thrilling. Get ready for a love story entangled in traps, secrets, and unexpected humor, pushing the boundaries of entertainment with a dash of explicit fun. You can grab your tickets now at sawthemusical.com. That is a wrap on your Friday news, and now is the moment you have all been waiting for. Time to find out what the focus will be of the new feature episode that comes out this Sunday. In addition to our usual banter, we are joined in the spooky studio by the original Chop Top, the original man with half a brain, none other than the helicopter zombie from George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, Mr. Jim Crut, who allows us to pick over what's left of his brains. Make sure to connect with the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on all mainstream social media platforms and to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss out on this one. And make sure to tune in next week as well to hear co-host Brian's presentation of our Appendages subcast Tuesday and Thursday, as well as more news from me this coming Labor Day Monday on another edition of
Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?